I'm gonna show you guys a game where we came second place. This was me, Connor. God, I'm starting to forget people's names. Oh, and Garrett plus a random. And we actually thought we were the only people to land Pleasant here. And the bus came from about. Actually, I think it was a very. It was going diagonal from like Flush up to Risky. So obviously. So here we are, we land here. And I mean, at this point, we are just gonna chill for a bit. Now I'm gonna have this on 2 times speed while we're actually gathering. Actually, you know what? We'll have this on 4 times speed. So we're in the circle. We're actually not set up too bad inside the circle. But at this point, you know, we're just gathering. We're talking about strategy, where we want to go, what we want to do, and just how everything's gonna go down. And you can actually see towards the end is where a lot of the action for us happens. This ties into what I was saying earlier. Sometimes when you try to win a game, we came second this game, and you'll see the BS ending we had. We were pretty mad about this ending. But I'm sorry if this is like hard to watch, but we didn't have a bad game whatsoever. Wish I can see the kills we had, but aimbot, okay. Oh. But yeah, this wasn't a bad game at all. It was just, the ending was pretty upsetting to us. Okay, why can't I keep going constantly? And I'm going to talk about kind of the strategy we're using here. So our strategy for this was going to be, I call it border patrol strategy, where quite literally you stay on the border of a circle. And at first we didn't really go with this. We wanted to keep middle ground, so we obviously went to Loot Lake. We were talking about going down to Tilted after this, if Circle prohibited it. You know, if it was a southern circle, we would have went down to Tilted and taken out whoever won Tilted. But just here, you know, it's really about gathering too, because this game, the reason I feel like we made it so far was not because we did avoid. Yeah, right here I'm telling everybody like, hey, somebody drifted, probably drifting over here, come help me. But nobody drifted over there. But what we were talking about was positioning. Positioning on the map is a big thing. So as you see, Pleasant is still going to be in it, and we're going to chill at Luke. We know Tilted has to come up to us if anyone even makes it out of Tilted. And there we seen that our random took a couple shots. We didn't know if it was, or didn't know if it was shots or not. And as you can see, people moving in from Lazy, we ended up not fighting those guys. We ended up pulling back into Pleasant, where we fight this team. I'm gonna slow it down and hide hub for you guys. So we pulled back into Pleasant. Positioning reasons, we wanted to be on this hill for this little fight. I don't know why it's showing building so slow. Hold on, did I slow it down too much? I don't know why it doesn't want to build fast. But anyways, we knew we wanted to be up here for this little fight, let everything go down in Pleasant. And, I mean, things are going down in Pleasant. There's people across, or coming in up from Tilted. There's our guys who is kind of in a pinch maneuver right now for the guys in the middle of Pleasant. And this is going to turn really bad out for the guys in the middle of Pleasant. And it almost turned out really bad for us because we didn't know about the other team coming up through Tilted. We straight ran in there. We were like, you know what, this is our only team to fight. Let's go ahead and get the blood on our hands by the time we're at 20. And if you want to pad your stats, this is also a really good way to pad like top 25 and stuff. If you do care about that stat for some reason. Yes, I do. come in and steal all the loot. You'd almost die. But this is not a bad strategy. You know, we're starting to engage when we're down to the 20 people left. We're not really worried. I hear this guy underneath me. I tell these guys underneath. And, you know, I take him out. And at this point, we think, oh, well, we won Pleasant. But as you can see, that red guy over there, I don't know if we kill him or the other team kills him, but we know there's another team trying to kind of build up. And at this point, we're going to re-heal. And, wow, did we really... this guy in the red got really lucky. For us not noticing him. But I'm going to speed it up here for a second. Right now, we're just talking about positioning. And oh yeah, we didn't know that he was in there. At this point, it was positioning, talking, and then we start getting shot at by another team, and we're like, oh crap, this probably isn't gonna turn out well because we're all trying to heal, and we know that like we're not ready for another fight straight away. That's why we didn't push straight away. I had a golden scar. At this point, I'm actually chug-jugging, trying to heal up as soon as I possibly can. But our team luckily kills them out. But then we're getting sniped, and we're getting sniped from this team up there. As you see, the green team is the team that survives, but the what is it, like orange team is the people that keep shooting at us. And at this point, we go, oh crap, yeah, that hill is gonna be hard to take. So just more communicating at this point, and communication is key, because at this point, Connor and Garrett both have 3 kills. I have 1 kill. So, I mean, at this point, we're what, 7 kills deep. We're top 10 already, and we haven't really done a lot. We landed at a far place and we did what we needed to do. So at this point, Garrett's telling me people up there, and we didn't realize at this point that this was the final 2 teams that we were gonna have to fight. We didn't realize that we were in final 3. I think until about right here, I start calling out final 3, which is always a good thing to know. It's always good to know where you place, where you're like placing at. And me saying final 3 was a complete judgment of these guys being together. It was a complete just guess and pray to God that I'm right. But luckily I was right because I knocked down 3 guys, so that means their 4th guy has to be there. They all die. I'm like, sweet. Oh no, I have 3 eliminations. Oh, okay, I didn't get 1. So now, this is where we messed up. We allowed ourselves, we were thinking circle positioning instead of high ground positioning. It would have been a lot easier for us to come around. See, it's a 3v3, we know this. It would have been a lot easier for us if we were to come, do you see where the ST6 guy is? And I actually do this eventually. I get caught out doing it. But if we were to fight those guys and were to instantly try to build up and fight on top of this and build battle, because I know Connor can build, and I'm pretty sure Grant can build decently. Grant. Wait, no, not Grant. Garrett. He can build pretty decently. So this is a good example of what to do and what not to do at the same time. We took low ground on purpose because we thought we could force him out with the circle. And right here, when I seen that rocket go by, I swear to God, I said, oh shit, we're fucked. Because I knew this was about to happen. And you can just enjoy just our complete and utter panic here. We were just trying to turtle at this point, but they have high ground. They have, I think each one of them had a rocket launcher or grenade launcher. And, I mean, hunting rifles, and just look at this. I mean, nothing you can really do at this point. All of our mats are starting to get, I think at this point I had like 300 wood. All of our mats are starting to be gone. I'm pretty sure Connor doesn't even have any mats at this point. And this is the play I want to talk about. Hold on, let this drum load in. I don't know why. all the way out here. But this is probably going to give us the best position of what's going on here. So at this point, this guy is what really screws me, because he's turned around and he's going to end up running back here, because I think he sees what I was doing. Or maybe he was doing the same thing I was going to do. But either way, hold on. Let's actually back this thing up a bit. Quite a bit. Let's see if we can get the moment where he sees me go out. And you can just see, like, in full about how, like, they're just going to keep rocketing down. And I mean, I don't know how he's seen me. I'm calling a lot of BS. But right here, I actually jump and I see that he's building. I didn't know if he knew where I was. That just happens. I am calling BS on that. I don't agree. I don't know how he did that. You see now, I mean, they're compact in a position to where, yeah, they're coming down, but they're not just going to come all the way down and give them high ground. They're going to keep rocketing. They know kind of where we are. I mean, at this point, just no hope. But yes, this is what positioning does. Because if we even talked about positioning ourselves when we first were over here and we first went Pleasant, to come up to this mountain, and then that would have transferred over to here, which would have transferred to this top positioning. The only reason we didn't is because we got cocky and thought we would get circle. Because in the grand scheme of things, this is probably one of the worst circles to end on when you have low ground. The just sheer straight up rock face, I mean, there's no way you can hide. There's a couple trees, and you know, if we wanted to, we could have probably pulled all the way back here, literally back against the storm, and tried to sit here and hide ourselves, or even come here and hide ourselves. Which, I mean, if we were boxed in right here, might have worked. But when you have high ground, especially when you have it built up like this, to where this wall blocks off sniper shots, you have a tower, you have just ramps upon ramps of like things, compared to what we had down here. We had no mats, we didn't have positioning. I tried to build over top of us and I realized it wouldn't work. So if you can take the high ground at any cost, and also don't be afraid to not get your hands dirty until the final 20, because that's how you're going to win the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. And when I failed to make this video earlier, somebody even commented, boy, you don't have 131 wins, you have like, what is it, like 18 on this account. If you guys want me to show you my other account and prove to you that I have 130 wins, okay, I'll even do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to. I'm going to stream Fortnite probably later on tonight, and peace.